Welcome everyone to quite the special Yu-Gi-Oh discussion video today, because, look, there's the second guy. Who's
Hello,
this?
I am a person. I
This
do
is-
not have a name.
No, well, you should probably introduce yourself.
I'm Seb, the guy that's always on Skype with him doing dueling network videos, well, occasionally, that loves to use DDD and curse you for not using a DDD card in this discussion, you fool. Why didn't we think of that?
You're here for another 10 days,
Nah,
so we can probably do DD card. Anyway, today we are discussing the card Tongue Twister, because we were like, it's April Fool's, so we have to do something weird, so...
Yep.
Not really an April Fool's joke, but sort of. Tongue Twister is a Fiend-type Dark Attribute level 6 monster with just 400 attack and 300 defense. And for being a level 6, you'd expect it to have a really good effect then, right?
No.
if it's Tribute Summoned. Like, upon the Tribute Summon, it doesn't even activate the effect yet, but it's one of the requirements. Then it needs to be sent from field to grave, and then you draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
And you immediately banish Tongue Twister as well.
That's the whole point of that card. The card is terrifically
Subdue the draw
terrible.
cards, but you need a tribute for it, and it's still a normal summon. Like, the tribute summon is a normal summon, so you take your normal summon for the turn, and its stats are horrific.
Yep.
I don't see how anyone would ever use this card.
I genuinely have to question why this was even made in the first place. It's just one of those cards, that you just...
What?
The fuck was that?
What was that? I didn't hear anything.
This freaking moan just came from behind us. You didn't hear it?
No.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
That's a ghost. April Fools. The April Fools moan ghost.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
you'd have to think, what did Konami, were they on drugs when they made this? But technically, Konami, or 4Kids, they didn't really create this card. Maybe just parts of it, but not all of it. Because this card was actually part of a 4Kids design a card contest. And Tongue Twister was actually one of the cards that was, that came from that. I think it was, obviously it's always the artwork that comes from it, and then just Konami just makes it look a little nicer.
Yeah.
But I don't think the effect is always among it. They always say what it is. But we have Tongue Twister right here. Dragon Ice was one of the 3 winners of that contest. I believe it was actually used with Atlanteans when they were just came out, but it wasn't used much. And Screech, which actually looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
honestly, I'm amazed that this didn't trigger anything in terms of censorship. Given the placement of its mouth and where its legs are in proportion to the rest of its body.
I guess there have been cards that definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to Tongue Twister. How do we think we can use it? Let's see. It's level 6. Some of the monarchs are level 6. I guess how you'd use the monarchs from before, the new monarch support came out with things like Treeborn Frog, Swamp Frog, Ronin Totem, just Battle Fader to summon an easy tribute fodder that way. You bring out Tongue Twister. If you're going to bring it out through special summon, then you're not going to get its effect, and then it's just a 400-300 monster, and it sucks.
Actually, can't you use double summon?
Sure, you could use doubles, normal summon something, double summon to this, but why would you then waste your double summon and something else for this?
If I suppose it's first turn. I mean, even if you're doing it on a first turn, you're still minusing 1 card.
Yeah, I guess.
I can't think of any way that this would really be beneficial without using Treeborn Frog or something like that.
Yeah, and then even then, why would you use this and not the monarchs?
Yeah.
Or something else that's a lot better, which get a much better effect when tribute summoned, and not has to be tribute summoned. Successful. And it has to be sent from field to grave, so Bottomless Strap Hole doesn't work. If Microcosmos is up, it doesn't work.
There's a lot of ways that can go wrong.
At least it doesn't say when it's destroyed and sent to the grave.
Yeah.
And it also says it's sent from the field to the grave, so it can't be Xyz material and then be detached, because that isn't treated as.
It can be synchro though.
It can be synchro, yeah.
Or
because it's mandatory. So
yeah.
And it's an if effect anyway. No, if this card is tribute summoned, when it's sent, it's mandatory. So that in that sense wouldn't miss timing.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the card art again. I'm like, it's a tongue, but what's it? We can see a snake and then a leg. Foot.
I would suppose it's a bird foot that it's kind of part of, and then you've got the whole snake-like body, but it's a tongue, and then it's got fangs. I'd be interested to see where the rest of its mouth is.
Yeah. And what is inside the mouth? Like, does it have a second tongue?
It's another tongue with an eyeball.
Oh, no, oh, and Inception, because then that one also has the mouth with
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I wonder what goes on inside there. Right. I'm pretty sure that the trivia, like the tips page, actually has some tips on how you can use this card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that the main tips aren't tear it up immediately.
There's some of them are like, you can use it in this, but then it's extremely situational. That does happen sometimes.
Oh.
But generally, it can be searched by. There's always a lot of cards it can be searched by. I generally skip that.
Okay.
This is just the most random, because there's some cards that can search for any card pretty much, depending on the field conditions.
I like the suggestion for the evil hero deck.
I'll just read through and let's see. If an evil hero deck, if Infernal Project can be used for this because tribute summon, because Infernal Project can special summon when the opponent has a monster you don't.
Yep.
After tribute summoning or tribute setting or summoning this card, you can use Dark Fusion, and this card will get its effect. It's a level 6 or higher fiend, also from Malicious Fiend. Yeah. That is actually a legit way they can use it.
Wait, no, hang on. You could even combine that with Mask Change, too. Could you not?
It sends it to the graveyard.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mistime me, so you could still do it.
Not to mention the fact that
Darklaw.
Yeah, into Darklaw or basically any other Dark Fiend. I think there is another one.
Yeah, there's Anki, I believe, is level 8,
Yeah.
but Darklaw is definitely the most used monster hero out of all of them. Let's see, this card works well with an additional draw power in a Hieratic deck devoted to Synchro Summoning. By attributing a special summon Hieratic, you can use the effect of the Hieratic to get rid of normal monsters, Galaxy Serpent, then Synchro Summon. Yeah, that is indeed a way to do it.
Ooh, Transmodify.
Yeah, I guess Transmodify is the way to use it.
Yeah. I mean, you know how much I like that card.
Yeah. It's like Steph has it in his DD deck, where he would, like, your normal first turn move with DD is summon Dark.
But you can use Transmodify.
And then Transmodify into, Abyss Ragnarok. And then Abyss Ragnarok, one special summon, you can summon a DDD from the graveyard, you get Dark back. But
yeah.
Then that's for a different discussion at some point. Let's see, you can potentially draw 4 cards when using it for Darkster or Greed. I don't remember much what that does. Let's see.
Let's see what
Dark Spirit or Greed. Load. Tribute a
Uh,
dark monster, draw 2 cards. The opponent can negate this effect by revealing a spell card.
No, let's not do that.
Even if your opponent counters the trap card by revealing a spell, this card's effect still applies, so you still get 2 cards. No. No,
I mean, it's an interesting shot, but for the idea that your opponent can just counter it so easily.
No.
Yeah.
Hang
on.
Oh, we did have one. Yeah,
you missed the Banished Psychic one.
For them, Banished Psychic, you contribute a Silent Psychic Wizard or has Psychic Cleric. The Banished, that has Banished and Espergil all the way its effect. The Zinc is only good. He's pretty sure, yeah, Espergil's a tuner, and they summon whatever they banish.
Okay, so it yields a +2 in the case of Silent Psychic Wizard.
One got your hand, 1 and 1 for field to go. Okay, +1 in case of 2. I guess so. Yeah, but there's probably, like, as you can see here, there's options, but generally there's better options to use instead of Tongue Twister.
Oh, yeah.
Probably. But, like, these are
general tips. If you want to use it for a gimmick, then go for it.
Yeah. Let's see. We did mention the design contest. Mm-hmm. They were made to real cards for Gladiators Assault. Only the artworks were submitted. AKA, like, the artwork was weird, but Konami was still on drugs, making its stats.
I know.
Well, the combination would really mean they're on drugs.
I genuinely want to meet the guy that resided over what the effect was and what the the attack and defense would be, just so I can shake his hand and just be like, good job, dude. You really did a good job.
Yeah, like, the Dragon Ice actually has a pretty decent effect, I guess. And Screech is, I suppose you can probably use it at some point.
Yeah.
But there's been multiple design contests, generally only for the artwork of the monsters and sometimes the name. But I remember there's one time there was a guy that through the Make-A-Wish Foundation was able to create his own card.
Oh, yeah.
And he pretty much became a Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Him being the Super Saiyan, Tyler the Great Warrior, I think was called. Actually pretty decent. If I've never seen it in any competitive decks, it's actually somewhat of a decent effect. See, this card was Tongue Twister was the winner in the 3 to 7 age division. So some really young kid came up with this. What are you thinking?
I'm just wondering if these artworks were. I presume like they were kind of sketches, and then somebody has then made a digital version of them.
Yeah,
And like,
they're all been drawings.
yeah,
Something
okay.
like that.
That makes it a bit more sense because I'm thinking like somebody between the age of 3 to 7 doing that level of digital artwork.
No, they never do digital art.
Yeah.
Like I remember like the start of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Zale second when they started with the Buryan invasion. There were the first 7, 8 episodes. There were some fan submitted art as well, which were
Yeah.
made into real cards, and they always showed the drawing that the person made at the end of the episode,
All right.
which looked pretty cool. Anyway, one more thing. This card is the first TCG exclusive card to be used in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zale anime. It will later be followed by Battlestorm, Grapple Block, and When Zen Mines. I don't actually remember when Tongue Twister was used. I'll look it up in a sec. I know Battlestorm was used by Gauche or what's his name, Nistro, at some point during just before the top 8 of the World Duel Carnival.
Yeah.
Grapple Blocker I don't remember, and Zen Mines was when they invaded Dr. Faker's place after the finals, and then was it Tetsuo and Kotori and like the other guy had to go through some kind of puzzle with Xyz monsters.
Yeah.
I remember that, and Zen Mines was one of them.
Appearances?
No, I generally don't look at. Oh yeah, this might actually be a good thing because we're trying to find when it was used.
Episode 50.
Oh, it's actually 5 years, but
right.
This guy was seen on the walls of Stone Tablet in Zeman's castle as one of the prisoners trapped in Stone Tablets. Oh, that was the Monkey King who was fighting Luna. In episode 19, a waiter plays this card against an elderly man who wins with the direct text. So probably like the filler thingy for the background.
Possibly.
I guess. He gets the Empress key. Where were they? Let's see if we can quickly figure out something. Much flashbacks about his dad. Flashbacks.
Boy.
Oh, here.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
That'll have been it. Oh, that was actually during the sisters, the school reunion thingy, probably. Yeah, I used Tongue Twister, because why not? Anyway, so let me know if you plan to use Tongue Twister at all in your deck. And if you have, let me know what you think of how it's
honestly, if anyone, I mean, like, I would love to see somebody win or even top cut with that card in a deck.
Yeah, because what can happen, especially if really well-known players do it, take a card that isn't really good, that isn't barely ever used in competitive deck. Let's say Karibo. And this really well-known guy, let's say Billy Brake is a really well-known Yu-Gi-Oh player in like the Yu-Gi-Oh world. He takes a copy of Karibo in his Cosmo deck, and he gets top 8 at YCS. And then it skyrockets in price just because he used it. And he's like, but I always cited it out after game 1. It was just a prank, bro. What did like this? Sam Pepper was the prank guy, right?
I mean,
yeah, like so Sam Pepper would like if Sam Pepper would play
Sam Pepper is a really bad example. Just don't ever mention his name. Just stick with Quibble Cop with his just a prank, bro.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched much of it. I just get it from the sideman who mentioned him sometimes. But anyway, that was the discussion video for Tongue Twister. It is a weird card. It's a bad card.
Don't use it, is my advice.
Yeah.
But if you want to use it and you actually do well with it, then props.
Yeah, but that was about it. I don't actually have anything else good
April
to say.
Fools! Happy
April Fools! Bye!
Yeah, goodbye.